tend to ache when a storm's brewing, but they're quiet for now. Have you put those harrow storms to rest?
I disrupted a harrow storm, as you asked.
Of course you did, young blood. I never had a doubt. You've earned your reward and some rest. I expect to see you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when these coven witches rear their ugly heads again.
Alrighty.
Now that the harrow storms are clear, maybe we'll get to enjoy a nice, brisk blizzard.
So we could do... Oh, level up! Level 11. Now that thing just got even harder. Quick slotting. Use quick slots to easily access potions and other items. That will be very useful, because I've been wondering how we put our potions in. Okay. Navigate to your inventory, and then select the consumables. Achievement unlocked. Novice Harrow Storm Harrier. Let's do Magicka, because we've been struggling with having enough Magicka to deal with everything. What's this? Savage Beast. When you cast Animal Companion's ability while you're in combat, you generate 2 ultimate. Once summoned. Oh. Oh, it has a special, which we get with ultimate. Okay, maybe we should do that Savage Beast one. We could do Winter's Embrace. Applying Chilled to enemies, 100%. So the advisor wants us to get Glacial Presence. I'm thinking... getting... Stalwart might be useful. Provisioning... Gourmand? Yeah, let's do Gourmand. Gourmand 1 adds 5 minutes to duration of any eaten food. We had an easier time doing Tinzens, I think. It was a lot easier, so let's do another one for Tinsen.
These changing formats are confounding. Should I use the Stormhaven style of citation? Something more Cyrodiilic, perhaps? I must insist upon using the Colovian comma, of course. Sorry, friend, I'm a bit busy right now. Check back later, won't you?
Do you need any help?
This task is part of my own alchemical research, and something of my own creation. I believe it will make for an interesting study. I've formulated a tonic of giant strength that's nearly ready to test. All it needs is a finishing touch.
What is that finishing touch?
Snowberries. They are quite popular among giants and mammoths.
Snowberries, we can do that.
I don't think that's a coincidence. I need you to add a copious amount to my mixture and consume it immediately to observe the results.
Okay, I'll gather snowberries and test your concoction.
Local sources have mostly been consumed, but the bushes along the frozen coast should be remote enough to remain untouched. Oh, and if you have any additional questions as to the nature of my study, please don't hesitate to ask.
Do you really believe these berries can bestow the strength of a giant?
Oh, it's far more complicated than that. The tonic's other central ingredient is the essence of a giant itself. Ooh, forget I said that. Ooh, you will have to drink it after all.
I'm worried now. Are you sure that this is safe?
I can assure you that in its present formulation that it will cause you no harm. I've nearly eliminated the tongue swelling entirely. The snowberries should allow the tonic to more easily diffuse through your body and make it much more palatable.
I'll head to the frozen coast.
Local sources have mostly been consumed, but the bushes along
you said that already, dear. Okay. So off we go to use ourselves as some kind of science experiment for Tinsen. It's called the Strength of Giants. So where are we to find these snowberries? Does it just say gather? Yeah, gather. Hey, he said along the frozen coast. Which... it's up here? I think? I would imagine. Why are there so many wolves? And... what? Oh. No, it didn't disappear immediately. Going for a nice swim. We apparently can't sprint in the water. Boat? Just gonna get a little bit of frostbite. Hypothermia here. So we swim. Once again, the idea of swimming in such heavy armor, in chainmail no less, just sounds very unenjoyable. Very, very unenjoyable. Seems like we're getting closer. There's a rabbit! And a chubloon. They're just hanging out. And there's a thing? There's a quest? Right there? Okay. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if Septimus Cygnus's outpost exists at this point. Like if it's been dug out. Because it's in the middle. It's in this area. Actually, it might be closer to Winterhold now that I think about it. Look, a chest! A chest! See? The reasons for swimming in the ice freezing. Oh! Oh? Mm. There we go. Cool. Gold and things that we can't pick up. I don't really think that's useful. Let's see. It's light, 642 adds stamina. Yeah, we've got some heavy on that adds health. Okay. Person?
Oh, I can take you no good! Hawk-ass bastards! Straight to oblivion!
Oh, it's a delve. Let's travel to the Frozen Coast delve. So this is like the equivalent of a cave or dungeon in typical Skyrim, typical, you know, Elder Scrolls game. Ice-encrusted shore of the northeast Yalmarch Hold never thaws, hence the name, Frozen Coast. The coastline extends into the territory of something that I didn't catch. Probably Eastern Skyrim? You get a buddy? I get a buddy. Everybody gets a buddy. I do believe that upgrading our weapon would be very important at this point. Let's make the bear do its thing. Cool. That actually did quite a bit of damage. It seems like our weapon is pretty bad. Considering that it's just a quest drop, how about giants? Lore book discovered. Observations of the giantish peoples of Skyrim, the journals of Bahorian the Wanderer, Second Era, here, 569. Having explored the snowy reaches of Eastmarch and the Rift, I've had opportunities to observe the strange and rather large people of Skyrim. Skyrim natives called giants. The natives of Skyrim are rather large themselves, but the giants that roam the wilderness are twice the size, or more, of your average thick-necked, broad-shouldered Nord. Here are some observations recorded for future travelers to this chilly climb. Giants are tall. Giants seem peaceful enough, until you threaten them. Then they swing huge clubs and launch even a burly Nord over a field and stream. The trip probably kills the Nord. That would be my guess, as I've never been able to interview a survivor of a giant swing. Things that seem to threaten the giants include, but are not limited to, going near them, threatening their mammoths, shooting arrows at them. No one that I've ever spoken to has ever seen a female giant or a young giant. Are giant children taller than the wood elves? Are female giants painfully shy? This calls for additional observation. Giants paint rocks and trees near their encampments. This primitive art probably entices the rare female giant who might wander by. Or the decorations mark territory, or the giants simply like to paint. This calls for further study. How does a giant milk a mammoth? Very carefully. Note, Nords found this joke to be very amusing, especially after several mugs of mead. No Nord I spoke to has ever tasted mammoth cheese. They seem to have no interest in doing so. I shall have to find a way to befriend one of these large creatures. The only way I can think of to get a sample of that wonderful smelling cheese. That's the only way. Notes from Jegord the Learned, 2nd Era, year 571, so 3 years later. Right? Yeah, 3 years later. The wood elf Benorian was found at the base of a large hill near the area known as Cradle Crush. Given the condition of his body, that is, every bone broken, it appears that he ignored his own advice. Even the dimmest Nord children know better than to approach a giant. As the nearest giant camp was nearly a league from where his body was found, I would say that wood elves can travel great distances when launched by a giant's club. I have preserved his journal as a cautionary tale for future explorers of Eastmarch, the Rift, and other areas where giants make their homes. Heed its advice, even if the author did not. Don't try to befriend a giant. Giants are not friend material? Yeah, I was thinking about the female giant thing, and I cannot remember if I've read a lore thing about that or not. Or it was like a mod. But I think I've had an experience where someone acknowledged that. Like, hey, it's a little weird that there are... Wow, that's a lot of horkers. Only female... there are no female giants. Yet they've been here for a very long time. Or, I mean, we don't know how gender works for giants, really. But, yeah. Ooh, heavy Iron Pauldron of Health. Maximum health. That seems good. I keep doing that. These are medium, so, yeah. I thought I just destroyed those. I did. Did I take the wrong thing? We'll do this one. Magic recovery, increase magic, extra magic. Okay. Had to be done. Because we have no inventory space. Because we have too many food things. I think that's genuinely the primary thing in our inventory. Alright. Do a bit of a swimmy swim. Oh, you actually take damage. Okay. Frigid water. First it did 4,000 and then it did 27,000. And my healing spell also did not work. Took me right to the beginning. Alright. I do not want to fight you right now. How do we get over there then? I guess this is the way. Follow these frostbite Ice breakers? Please leave me be. Bear. Yep, you're too far. Go home. Oh no, there's new ones. Bear, do the fighting for me. I just want to pick some berries. Leave me alone. I have to fight. That person went flying. Jeez. Gold, thank you. I don't know why I did the sword. Bear did its maul, but did quite a fair bit of damage. Not bad. Okay. Again, I don't know why I did that. Half-giant butcher. So if giants kill people, anytime they come near them, how are there half-giants? And wasn't Lyris's mother a giant? I guess we'll have to talk to her about it when we meet her. Here we are, Snowberry Bush. Okay. See, yeah, that takes about half health, I want to say. Okay. And another one just spawned. Oh, it's half giant. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of confused on that. Like, the existence of half giants makes sense, I guess, but it also really demonstrates how much of a cop-out not being able to have half-race characters are. Like, oh, the mother, whatever the mother's race is what race the child is. Like, sounds like a cop-out, but okay. Just a little bit of a cop-out. I think that's another reason why I am so interested in that Elder Kings 2 mod. Well, the Crusader Kings 3, I guess. Because you can do half races, and I have a Skyrim character that's half Dark Elf, half Nord. Because I always thought that it would be better if the alluded relationship between Jarl Balgruuf and his house Carl Irileth was like actually a thing. But I mean, ages are kind of weird in this context because elves live so long. But regardless, I gave them a daughter, and I also made his children not horrible. So we've got no whispering door. In my version. My little mental recollection of Skyrim. Also, I decided to bend time a bit and make it so that Aventus Altino is the player. When it comes to the actual like quests and stuff, that when you play the quests it's as if he were the player. Because he's older now, I decided to edit the time a little and make someone else be responsible for the assassination of Geralt the Kind. And that person is Cicero, who I also made less completely unhinged and more like this character has depth unhinged. And also keepers should be able to do contracts, because then how is he it doesn't make sense. Especially because he's wearing an outfit from a contract in the game. Okay. So I filled up some gaps that I thought were pretty cool. Just give me a second. I cannot die. That would be cool. Can't find snowberries anywhere else in Skyrim, apparently, right now. For plot reasons. AKA to make us do this delve. Which I imagine has an actual story quest to it, but it also just has this thing. Okay. Bear? Don't need to heal myself. Horrible noise. Thank you for that game. Maybe. Oh! Among the crags of the frozen coast, there is a sky shard. I see it. I want it. No, I don't want the saber cat, though. Me up. I want it. Nope, just more bears. No! Let me up there, game. Goodness. Another glyph? I guess we're gonna have to come back with that sky shard, because I don't know how I'm supposed to get that. No! I want the bush. I don't want to deal with you. Please. Leave me alone. Okay. No! Okay. Go away. It's a box. This is very, very bothersome. Okay. Maybe we use... How do we use it? That might have been useful to figure out how to do. Tap, use click slot. Ah, there we go. Okay, hold assigned quick slot. Tap use. There we are. For some reason that worked. Now we can get out of here. So... I think it would be a good idea to get out of here before we use this tonic that Tenzin just wanted us to test, but let's do it now. Use the tonic of giant strength. Are we stronger? Ah, you probably get the Sky Shard from this area. That's a lot of effort. Just gonna do a bit of a... Why are they coexisting? Why is the bear just vibing with that person? I am getting out of here. Goodbye. Come on, Sprint. Don't fail me now. Travel! Okay, so now we're just gonna go back to Tenzin and say, I don't know, I think it might have made us stronger. Let's see if we can check our status specs. He said it required copious amounts of status, I think is here. Active effects. Increase max stamina. Increased experience. So I think that's from the salad that we just ate. And that's from the crown scroll. So I don't really think it did anything. Hi, buddy.
Ooh, you survived the field work. Oh, excellent. Tell me, were your findings at all conclusive?
I hate to break it to you, but your tonic of giant strength didn't work at all.
Oh. I was certain this formula was the one. Perhaps the snowberries weren't the right catalyst. Maybe mammoth milk. Live and learn. That's the coterie motto. And you've done both. Take this for your assistance.
Thank you. Oh, level 12. So bag upgrades. If you're running out of inventory space, visit a bag vendor in any major city. We got 500 gold. A bag space upgrade. We got 70. Fun. Okay, and we got Dungeon Finder unlocked Darkshade Caverns 1. This case has the distinction of being the most famous Kwama mines in Deshaan. Kwama eggs harvested from Darkshade Caverns are particularly prized by Dunmeri gourmets. Cool, cool. We have a skill point. Let's put it into Connoisseur 1. That's 5 minutes the duration of any consumed drink. Yeah, that's good for those. Let's pick up the quest from Jilta because we have the space for it.
The scouts say all's quiet for now. I'm sure there's something that needs doing, but I've got nothing left for you to do this day.
Are you sure about that?
Dark clouds are gathering over the Western Kingdom. Harrow storms, they're called. The conjurings of Reachman witchcraft. Unfortunately, there are more reports of these unholy storms than folk willing to brave them. What the Swords of Solitude needs is a group of volunteers with the guts to wade into a few of these Harrow storms and stop the accursed witch work that is causing these fell winds to blow.
I'll help. So... you look a little questionable.
This one knows that many people are lost throughout Skyrim. Yet Ilazun must focus on his own search for his sister. Whispers of a place called Blackreach have reached Ilazun's ears, so he goes there next. If he can find it.
I should be able to show him where Blackreach is. That is mean. Maybe we'll run into him. Okay, so there's the Antiquarian Circle place. Antiquarian Society? I think it's called? I don't know.